Brendan joining us as well. Thanks, Brendan. Just the last couple to get ready. An easing favourite is Specula. Support for Prelude's the last start winner here. Support 2 at longer odds for Liston. He's good value on the tote. And Zabuan on the easy side, as has been Risky Venture. Specula, a winner of 4 of his 5. He's won on the other 3 metropolitan tracks, yet to win a hurdle race here. Now Zabuan comes up into the line. Been placed in Cup hurdles, the Grand National here, the Grand National in South Australia. He won a Duke of Norfolk back about 3 years ago. An enduring racehorse, now 9 years of age. Zabuan, here's Liston coming in. Liston comes up into the stalls, didn't have much luck in his defeat here last time out behind Prelude, so they're set to run. The Mosstrooper hurdle, 3,100 metres. Lakeside Racing, they're away in the first on the card. Risky Venture winning the jump slightly on the inside and is going to approach the first with Zabuan and Liston going up on his outside. Wash and Wear handy in the aqua colours as Risky Venture didn't jump it well. Prelude in behind them is third last, followed by Monagila, and Specula, the favourite, is back last of all. By the 1,000 the first time round. Liston working to a slender lead as he comes towards the second hurdle in the race. He jumped it better than Risky Venture and gets away by a length and a half. Back in third placing, Wash and Wear, and Zabuan 2 lengths away fourth, followed by Monagila. Preludes is next to last as they come downhill the first time, and Specula last, and they're going at it at a very leisurely clip. And the leader is Liston out by 2 lengths. Risky Venture is second. Wash and Wear moving up on the outside of him, creeping a little closer to the leader. Fourth is Monagila, the inside of Zabuan. And then came Specula, who's on the outside of Preludes. Really hacking around the turn the first time for a treble which awaits them in the straight. And the leader is Liston. He's left alone this afternoon. He's out by about a length and a half. Wash and Wear is in second placing over on the outside as they leap this, and he's followed then by Risky Venture third on the inside. Next 2 lengths away is Zabuan on the outside of Monagila, and then Specula, who's sweated up noticeably as he's settling second last there over on the outside, and Preludes is on his inside. They leap this one now, and Liston in front, coming down towards the judges' circuit to go. And he is in control of the pace, but Wash and Wear is going up now and shades him at the pace for the lap to go. Here's the 5th hurdle coming up now. Liston on the inside, Wash and Wear, they take off and land together. 3 lengths in front of Risky Venture and Zabuan. Next is Monagila, and then Preludes on the inside, and Specula is last as they leave the straight. They've done half of the jumping, 1,600 metres to go, and now Wash and Wear strides round the outside and takes up the running for Gary Preston. He's out by a length and a half. Liston let him go and is content to sit second, and third placing Risky Venture, then Zabuan. There's Specula starting a move on the outside now. He's gone up 3 deep, followed by Monagila, and Preludes on the rails last, but there's still not a lot of speed about. And here Liston again let loose, and he moved up and went with Zabuan. Specula made a line of 3, and right behind them again is Wash and Wear from Risky Venture, Monagila, and Preludes last. Nearing the 1,100 metres, Liston in front with Zabuan a half length away second. Liston scrambling over it. Specula a length away third, out 3 wide. Around Risky Venture, Wash and Wear, Monagila and Preludes last. 1,000 metres to go. And here's the next hurdle coming up. And Liston in front. Over it he goes in front of Zabuan. A length to Specula and a neck away Risky Venture. Rider busy on him fourth the inside. Then Monagila, Preludes and Wash and Wear dropped out last. They've got 2 to get over. 700 metres to go. Liston a neck in front of Zabuan. A length and a half to Specula. Risky Venture hard ridden. Then Monagila. Preludes is in the clear, but he's being hard ridden. 6 off the leader coming around the turn, and Wash and Wear dropped out 4 lengths away. Specula came with his run at the turn now, and he's raced to the lead coming into the straight ahead of Liston on the rail, and then Zabuan followed by Risky Venture. Specula comes to the second last. He clipped the top of it, but he's landed by about a length and a half, going clear at the moment from Liston. Risky Venture the inside, and then Zabuan and Preludes, but Specula with a winning lead at the last at the 180. Over it he goes with a lovely leap from Risky Venture, then Zabuan, Preludes and Liston, but it's Specula coming on to win again, and now he's won on all 4 metropolitan tracks. Specula first, Risky Venture second, and Zabuan third. Then Preludes followed in by Liston, and back behind him Wash and Wear and Monagila. Specula 180 and 140 on the tote. Got out to better odds on track, but he's been far too good. Came from last, made his run 3 deep down the back. He had them covered before the home turn, and he's gone away to win well. He's now had 6 hurdle starts. He's won 5 of them, been placed in the other, and there's a possibility he'll be heading to the Adelaide Hills at Oakbank for the Easter Carnival. Certainly some food for thought for trainer Tony Rossellini. Risky Venture second, battled on way after riding just behind the leaders, and Zabuan has run third for Paul Daniel. No doubt will be better for that, his first hurdle outing since October. 1, 3 and 4, let's see, they've run 3:27.5. 3:27.5. First hurdle on the newly vamped Lakeside track. Fourth in was number 2 Preludes, and fifth number 6 Liston. Numbers 1, 3, 4 on race 1. Love a Show handicap race 2. We take out 6 and 7. It's due to go at 1 o'clock.
OK, Greg, back with you then at the Lakeside Circuit at Sandown. First 4 details will pass along throughout the afternoon. There is the full details, just awaiting Unitab details to join us, and winning time is there. So Trifecta, New South Wales, and Super Tab on screen, $43.20, New South Wales $38.50, the Quinellas $10.40 Super Tab, and New South Wales $7.40. The Tony Rossellini colours, Iron Horse's Half Brother by Danehill wins over the jumps in the first. Now Rosehill. Let's check out the market ratings for the thrifty Reisling Stakes. Rodine and Hasner equal top rate, ahead of Polar Success and Spursent. 1 and 2 ahead of 3 and number 6. Interesting scratching here is the 5 fragmentation. If you've missed the news, Huberg is a late scratching from the Coolmore Classic later on. There's page 1 of betting. It's Hasner in New South Wales. Super Tab though, it's Rodine. No surprises there. As far as betting is concerned. Joe McKinnon on Ladies' Day at Rosehill Gardens with Wayne Harris.
Rapidly here at Rosehill as the 2-year-old fillies move forward for the Reisling, and the tote in New South Wales showing 2 Hasner 290. Rodine number 1 320, at number 4 Dorky at 420. As far as bookies are concerned, Hasner favourite, good support for both Rodine and Dorky. They've been the 2 best back runners, and they are equal second picks. Now Hasner moving in, we're waiting for Resolved. Resolved is coming forward now, and that'll pave the way for Danish Magic and Polar Success. Track good, rail is true. And this race last year was won by Fatoon. So 2 to move in for the first of the day. This is the Reisling Stakes. Up comes Danish Magic. Repeating 290 Hasner, 320 Rodine, 420 Dorky, 820 Polar Success. New South Wales win totes for the top 4 as Polar Success links in. Rail in its true position today. Inside runner Baron Joey Byways, and we're set. I'll soon be away. Race number 1 at Rosehill Gardens. Off this time, a nice even break, and Polar Success from a wide alley, one of the best out. Closer in, jumping nicely, Baron Joey Byways. Hasner a length away, third from Mr. Rain and Danish Magic, and then a length the Swinging Babe. 1.5 further off as they settle down, Resolved on the inside of Spursent. Then Dorky and Timberina, and Rodine on the rails as last of all as they work their way out of the back. And Baron Joey Byways, 7.50 to run. Put 2 lengths, Polar Success. Hasner third. Then Danish Magic followed by Mr. Rain, Swinging Babe, and then Spursent, Resolved, Timberina, Dorky, and a length and a half to Rodine. Past the 500 they travel on the Reisling, and Baron Joey Byways a rank outsider. 2.5 lengths clear on Polar Success. A length away third, the favourite Hasner, and then comes Danish Magic followed by Mr. Rain. Rodine's gone up on the inside, and Dorky and Spursent are next as they pass the 300, and Baron Joey Byways has gone. Polar Success hits the front. Hasner's after her. A length and a half to Dorky. Rodine's a minute away. Polar Success from Hasner. Dorky can't reach the 2 leaders, but it's Polar Success fighting on Hasner. Not a hope in Hades of catching Polar Success, and Polar Success an impressive winner from Hasner. Third going to Dorky, and fourth Spursent, and then came Swinging Babe, Rodine, Danish Magic, Timberina, followed by Mr. Rain, Resolved, and the early leader walked home last, Baron Joey Byways. Number 3. Polar Success, number 3, Danny Beasley for Graham Rogerson by Success Express, and has been much too good. Hasner battled on well, number 2 by Snippets, Gay Waterhouse, Chris Muntz, and number 4 Dorky had a chance seemingly. Grand Lodge, John Hawkes, Rodney Quinn, and number 6 would be 4th Spursent, and the grave disappointment was Rodine. Goodness me. Got back early. We know she gets back in her races, but she didn't put any zest into her finishing effort as the official numbers are up 3, 2, 4 and 6. And if you're a Rodine fan, unless there were excuses, and Danny Nikolic will be interviewed shortly, I'd imagine, to sum up the face value, very, very ordinary performance. Anyway, we'll wait and see what Danny has to say before casting any further comment re Rodine's Golden Slipper prospects. But Polar Success, well, she does everything right. She's had the 5 starts for 3 wins and 2 seconds, and she's been a great credit to her trainer. 3, 2, 4 and 6 in the official totes. Number 3, 8.30 and 2.50. Number 2 paid 1.30. Number 4, 1.40. Quinella, 10.40. Exacta, 22.70. Trifecta, 71.70. And the first 4, 3, 2, 4, 6, $800.80. Half a length. Did make a little ground in the last 20 or 30 metres on her, but a half a length and a quarter, 1:10.36. The race record held by Shea Biscuit, 1960, and the sectional time, the last 600, in 34.80. So Polar Success has taken out the thrifty Reisling slipper, and now to the Golden Slipper. The Sofilo Eyewear Todman Stakes, Group 2, and it's due at 1:20. No scratching, 6 running. What price in the yellow? It'll be pretty short, and we'll tell you more from Rosehill when news comes to hand.
Yeah, it's right into around $1.20 at the moment on current tote prices. And he said it still remained good value when it was around $11. Alf might have an update for us shortly if that is still the case compared to what they're betting on course. Brisbane racing today is Toowoomba. Some exciting horses are going around. First race on the...
Solid favourite now, the Syracuse. Well-tried Milanova and Demographic. And a good long odds move for Secondo May. Just about ready. Here's Milanova about to come up and complete the line. She's continued to ease. Le Syracuse, Demographic and Secondo May are the best tried in the race. Set to go. 1400 for the second. All clear is there. Racing now. And Soto Grande slow to move, and Miss Mary Jo got back in the field. And the first out, Secondo May from Demographic. Kalashani Star settling third in the orange, and then came just dipping and losing a little ground. There was Bella Storm. Getting up on her inside is Miss Mary Jo. A length further back in the field then is Millzeal, who's racing on the inside. On her outside going forward, Sweet Gypsy Rose. A length and a half further back with 1,000 metres to go is the favourite, La Syracuse. She's being followed by Milanova, and then No Chatter and Soto Grande is last after a slow beginning. Running to the turn at the 800, Demographic had driven through and leads by a length and a half. Secondo May is second, and there followed Kalashani Star on the outside of Miss Mary Jo. 3/4 of a length on the outside then to Bella Storm, and she's followed 1.5 to Millzeal. Then came Sweet Gypsy Rose yielding ground. La Syracuse comes 3 and 4 wide round them. Milanova trying to work into the clear, and then No Chatter as they cornered, and Soto Grande into the straight. Demographic the leader from Secondo May. Miss Mary Jo the stablemate is over on the inside third. Kalashani Star starting to wind up, and La Syracuse is under the whip but running on fairly well, and No Chatter and Milanova have pulled out wide, but Demographic has a good lead. 150 to go. She's 3 lengths in front. La Syracuse goes to second. Milanova runs on, and so does No Chatter, but Demographic is going well enough down on the inside, and in the run home it's Demographic by a little over 2 lengths. Milanova grabbing second, La Syracuse third, then came No Chatter, Millview, Secondo May weakened, and then came Miss Mary Jo. Kalashani Star followed by Soto Grande towards the end. Second last was Sweet Gypsy Rose, and the last to go over the line was Bella Storm. Demographic the winner. She's led virtually all the way. $4.90 and $1.70. Getting in ahead of Milanova, $1.90. La Syracuse, $1.40. Should be 6.24, and they've run it at a pretty solid gallop, 122.8. She's just kept on running. Reese Wheeler on board. Reese unable to take the claim, so she's carried the full 52 kilos from barrier 1 and wins her second race this afternoon. 6 Demographic first. She won at Victoria Park on heavy ground at her first start in August. This is the first victory in this preparation. Turning the tables on La Syracuse. Beaten over 2 lengths by her last time out when she led up. She wanted to over-race that day a bit at Flemington. Went pretty quickly today, but she settled a touch better, and she's had plenty in hand in the run home. 6, 2 and 4 on race number 2. Certainly leading all the way in strong style, and there wasn't much making ground behind her. 6, 2, 4. Fourth and officially number 10, No Chatter. And fifth was number 11, Secondo May. Carlton Draft Handicap is the third. It's due at 1:40.
Value Bet's selection collects the cash. It was the standout pick, Demographic, from the fast finishing Millanova. So 624, that is all confirmed. Paul Hammersley, who rode Show a Little into third, has asked stewards to look at the vision before they enter the first turn or around that point. That's where Show a Little did suffer some inconvenience. Paul Hammersley will decide if he wants to take the issue any further. Placing 3, 5, 6 and 1 across the line, and they ran very, very quick time indeed. So we'll come back to confirm that. 59.26 was the time, 59.26. That's for 1,036 metres on a good track. 3, 5, 6 and 1, 1.5 lengths, a short head and half a head. Home in 33 and 47. The focus on the Golden Slipper continues with the Todman trial. This is race 2.
Taken out quite well by Snowland, beat Yell. And Toowoomba ran third. The 2003 edition shows Niello $1.50 in New South Wales, Untouchable $5.20, and Exceed and Excel $6.40. And there's been a little money in the ring to say that Exceed and Excel can beat Niello this afternoon. Time will tell. First of the day went to number 3, Polar Success, Danny Beasley, scored by half a length from 2, Hasner, a length and a quarter third for Dorky, and 6% ran fourth. Now coming up to line is Untouchable, Jimmy Cassidy's mount. Field of 6 here, 5 colts. The only gelding is the Queenslander Best Northern. Now Exceed and Excel, who didn't have a lot of luck in the Black Opal a week ago, is about to walk in. So only 3 to move in here. Exceed and Excel, Dan Bird and Best Northern. Red Hot Pepper, lovely type of horse, has drawn the inside. David Payne, the trainer. Bad luck for David to have to scratch Huberg from the Coolmore. So 2 to move in for this, the Sophilo Eyewear Todman Stakes. $1.50 about number 1 at the moment. $5.40 for 2, $6.40 for 3. And he's still a little better in the ring, Niello. Now here's Best Northern, trained by Terry Hoare. Terry originally hailed from this neck of the woods, New South Wales. He was up at Hawkesbury. In goes Best Northern, and Greg Childs' mount, Dan Bird, is coming in now. Niello behaving himself perfectly. He's in gate number 2. And we're set for a start in the Sophilo Eyewear Todman Stakes. Racing this time, again a lovely start, and Dan Bird disputing the lead with Untouchable and Exceed and Excel, and Best Northern going up very quickly. But as they travel about 250 metres, Exceed and Excel about a half to 3/4 Best Northern. Untouchable on the inside of Dan Bird. A length and 3/4 Red Hot Pepper racing in company with the favourite Niello. Working their way past the 800 marker, and Exceed and Excel a length and a half Best Northern. Dan Bird scoots around the outside. Red Hot Pepper to 4th. Niello is 5th. And last on the inside, Untouchable, with about 7 lengths covering them, 600 out. And the leader is Exceed and Excel, a length and a quarter clear on Best Northern, a length and a half further out. And wide on the track is Dan Bird from Red Hot Pepper, and then comes Untouchable. And Niello's last, and Beedman pulls the hot pot to the outside. On straightening up, where Exceed and Excel, a length and a half clear. Here's Niello starting to put in the long strides, and down to the 220. Exceed and Excel, a length and a half on Niello, who's under the whip, and then comes Untouchable. It's Exceed and Excel, about 100 to go. He's a length in front. Untouchable is coming at him. Niello the outside. Exceed and Excel is pulling out enough, and Exceed and Excel will win it. Exceed and Excel has beaten Untouchable and Niello, followed by Red Hot Pepper motoring to the post, and then Dan Bird and Best Northern was last. Exceed and Excel. Well, goodness me, the Golden Slipper picture is becoming a complete blur. A complete blur. I think most of us thought Niello was entitled to win that, but Exceed and Excel was simply too good. He went to the lead, rated perfectly, and the Danehill colt could not be run down. Numbers will be up in a moment, and here they come. 3, 2, 1 and 6. Exceed and Excel by Danehill from Petrona. Timmy Martin, Huey Bowman. Number 2, Untouchable. Jimmy and Darren had a bit of a brush on their respective mounts in the latter part. Untouchable by Danehill 2 out of Canny Miss, Gay Waterhouse. And the yellow third, Octagonal Sade, J.R. Hawkes, D. Beatman. 6 officially fourth, Red Hot Pepper. And he really motored to the line, Red Hot Pepper. And watch out for him in races like the Sires and certainly the Champagne. A short neck, 3/4 of a length, 1:10.57. That was slower time than Polar Success took in winning the fillies. 34.80 was her sectional and 35.31 here. So there we go. Now the most important part of this caper is the official dividends, and they read this way. Number 3, $4.50 and $2.50. Number 2, $2.40. No third for number 1. The Quinella, $13.90. Exacta, $35.20. The Trifecta, $34.70. And the first 4, 3, 2, 1 and 6, $126.50. And Untouchable's run was very, very good there. He lost his position near the 600 marker, and the way he got to the line was very, very good indeed. But you can take nothing from the winner, Untouchable. He did it all the way. So, well, it's too soon to say whether this is a leader's biased track. I wouldn't be silly enough to say that at the moment, but on pace, certainly advantaged so far, maybe. Or just...
Okay, this time we need to join Greg Miles.
Converge is the pretty solid favourite here. 3.10 on the tote, a little shorter on track and has been shorter all the way through betting. It's top pick ahead of Diamond Jake, Glefty and Boyd, and no real interest amongst the bottom weights. Now Misty Princess moved in. Here's Dance on Wood coming up to the line. Craig Newitt on board this filly, taking on the boys today. Money Belt goes in, has the blinkers off. Next along will be Umbula. Converge, very solid favourite on track. Don't think he handled Moonee Valley, and it was a much better race than this in the Alistair Clark. Second before that to Thurman. Oh, now Boyd. What happened there? I didn't see that. Trouble behind the gates with Boyd. Looks like one of the attendants got collected. Jockey Stephen Noel thrown out the back. Must admit I wasn't looking at that. I was having a look at some paperwork when Boyd played up there. He has gate 2. He's come out of the stalls here now, as is Obtuse. Looks like got him locked away. Stephen Noel to climb back on board. He's doing that now, and we'll have them right to go. Carlton Draft, 2100 metres for the 3-year-olds. Attendants either side of Boyd. Obtuse the inside. Getting up there was Umbula. Favourite Converge stands alongside Umbula. Boyd's not standing all that well. He's leaning on the back of the stalls. They're off. He did jump all right. Converge, if anything, was a little bit slow to move. And the first out is Obtuse. Boyd jumping well. Umbula's up there in the early stages. Going forward, Show 'em Power and Velhol on its inside as they come down to the judge the first time. In behind them about midfield on the rail then is Converge, is getting through along the inside of horses, and they're followed by Money Belt, Misty Princess, Diamond Jake and Glefty. Leaving the straight now, 1700 to go, and Velhol works to the lead. Narrowly in front here from Show 'em Power, and Umbula is third. 2 lengths Obtuse fourth. 1.5 further back is Boyd, who's racing the outside of Converge. 2 lengths to Dance on Wood. 1 further back is Misty Princess on the inside as they go over that crossing. Towards the end is Money Belt. Glefty is second last, and last is Diamond Jake. Velhol at the 1300 leads by about a length. Show 'em Power is second. Obtuse off and running on the outside. Followed a length and a half further back by Umbula and Nectar Boyd, who's in 5th placing the outside. 2 Converge on the rail. 1 further back in the field then came Dance on Wood, and she's followed then by Misty Princess. Behind her 3/4 away is Money Belt from Glefty, and Diamond Jake on the outside last of all. Heading to the 1,000 metres, Velhold in front by a length, Obtuse is second, and Builder is third. Show and Power fourth the outside, and Converge having an easy run is fifth on the rail now, followed by Boyd. A length and a half to Misty Princess and Dance on Wood, the fillies together. As they come off the back straight, they were clear by a length and a half to Diamond Jake, and then Money Belt, and Glefty is last of all. Velhold's been well rated in front, comes down the side and neck clear. Obtuse in second, and Builder the inside of Show and Power, Wonder Boyd. Converge on the inside, needing to get a run now, and then Dance on Wood, and Diamond Jake peeling to the outside as they cornered to Misty Princess, and Glefty is well back with Money Belt. Into the straight now, and Obtuse moved up and joined Velhold on the rail, and wider out is Boyd coming with a run. Converge has got into the clear 2 lengths away behind him, starting its run, and then Umbula. Obtuse in front at the 200 metre mark. Boyd and Converge come quickly, particularly Converge, who's hit the front now and raced out by 2. He's home. Battling away is Boyd in second placing, and then Obtuse, but Converge won it easily. Converge first by 3 Boyd. Obtuse holding third from Umbula and Dance on Wood, who both made some ground late, and then Money Belt followed in by Show and Power. Diamond Jake didn't run on, and Glefty was next on his outside towards the tail of the field was Velhold.
Obtuse finishing in third position, and that leaves Matt Pumper in the saddle for Brad Mazzato. So Matt Pumper, a comfortable win it was, and the Zabeel horse collecting the cash impressively out of Rebellious Angel. 6 starts, 3 wins. A nice turn of foot. 4, 5 and 6. A pretty popular Quinella. And at big odds, Obtuse, which boxed on well. Now Toowoomba, as they head out, protest was upheld on the previous, and placings there read 5, 6, 3 and 1 now. And all details confirmed, 59 and 26. This is the second race on the card. 2-year-olds are going around. Big odds, Keezadan at $194. Updating Rosehill Gardens, let's look ahead. This is the third race on the program on Ranvet Stakes and Coolmore Classic Day. The listed Sky High Stakes over 1,900 metres. Mr Murphy from National Treasure, Natural Blitz, 1, 12, 5, 11 is the ratings. If you fancy Viking Dancer, it's an equal 4th pick in ratings. Natural Blitz at $4.20 from the Doug Harrison yard. Leather Lane's out to 9.10, National Treasure all of the rage, and Viking Dancer, as I mentioned, is an equal 4th pick in ratings, but we go in alphabetical order when they're locked together on ratings. The Graham Begg prepared runner. Last start winner, Warwick Farm. There's Matt Pumper extracting his best from Converge. It beat Boyd. Obtuse. 4th was a very tight go between Umbula, the 7. 10 Dance on Wood was also prominent, 212.40. Top 8 in betting at Toowoomba as we look ahead towards this 2-year-old race. Second race on the card, and it's Tahitian.
Reframed his Golden Slipper Market. Legally Bay and Exceed and Excel equal favourites at $7. At $9, Polar Success, Secret Land and the Yellow. $11, Koozie, Dorky, Untouchable. $12, Hasna. $17, Rodine, Face Value. $21, How Funny. The Slipper Market is open as the Sydney heads. Back to race 3, and they're all set, ready to run now. 1,900 metres the journey. National Treasure, the firm favourite in gate number 3. Racing this time, she jumped pretty well, National Treasure. Natural Blitz was away nicely. So too last year's winner, Bellow Senor. Viking Dancer, Feed the Meter. And Clonmiller right up there with Aries and Mr Murphy. Now National Treasure's drifting back and improving his Leather Lane. A couple of lengths to County Tyrone, followed by Bow, and then spurred on at Absolute Henderson Bay. 1,500 out around the first corner. Feed the Meter in front, taken on by Leather Lane. In